Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. As we sit back in our chair and relax, we find it easy to just leap in the air, head off to the outer reaches of the universe. High five, Simeon. Say hello to all the masters. Listen closely to the angels and give a big wave to all the entities that look after us, the people who have passed, who seem to appear out of nowhere, walking across your lounge room, appearing in the night, appearing as a feeling during the day. And we suddenly realize that it's so easy to be everywhere, to be involved in everything, and to marvel at the newness each time you do it. We're gathering once again, even the fleet, to celebrate everything, not just one thing, but to celebrate the fact that we can do whatever we like, to demonstrate ourselves to ourselves, not to anybody, but simply to ourselves. It's a great thing to be able to say, look at me, as you jump in the air and do a somersault, and cheer and celebrate. It's a great feeling to know that it's all up to you. With a little bit of mischief and a smile, you can do anything. You can go anywhere, be anything, be anyone. That little bit of mixture of mischief and joy gives you a license in your own book to say, wow, I can actually show myself, because I'm only showing it to me. Everybody else sees something different. They see the glorious being that you are. They don't even see what you think you see. Everybody receives what they need to receive. Each time you light up yourself, you light up everyone else with a different light. All different colors, all different directions, from different sources, simply because you switched your light on and smiled and said, look at me. The brilliance of the energy that pours from you into the universe, into the world, can never be expressed. So you may as well just do it. Just keep sending out that beautiful energy. Keep saying, look what I can do. I don't know what it is. But it's great. It feels good and it's making a difference. And look at those stars shining. I did that. I made it all balance. I made life okay for everyone in a fraction of a second. So I'll do it again. So as we continue to talk to ourselves, we switch on abilities that we never even think of. We switch on abilities that we never knew because we've taken them for granted as part of our life or as something they hide. Most of all, right now you don't have to hide anything, and you never will, because it's showing yourself in the best light you can right now. And it doesn't have to be the same all the time. In fact, it won't be. Because in a fraction of a second, you've changed everything. As you progress forward, everything changes. As you progress backwards, everything changes. As you do both at the same time, you create what people would think was turmoil. But in fact, you're just mixing the bowl, mixing the colours, demonstrating new perspectives, unfolding a moment to find out what's there. That's why if you disturb a moment or you get something in your field that disturbs you, a new world appears, a new viewpoint, a new starting point, everything. And it can be as simple as a fly on your nose. All of a sudden, you've changed direction. You've had to start again. Your theme that you present to the world gets stopped and turned upside down. But it always turns out better. Or a noise comes in and disturbs your transmission, or your peace of mind, or your peace of body, whatever you like. When that happens, you have to start again. The only thing that never changes is your view from the outer reaches of the universe. Your view from beside your Creator, from the world of your Creator, from the world beyond all worlds. Everything else disappears due to disturbance. I always tell the story of a young person, probably in the teens, focused on what they're doing, playing sport or whatever, and they're hearing a message from their grandmother who'd passed away many years before. Then all of a sudden, the game changes and they get a kick in the shins. Everything disappears except the voice of the grandmother. That's not disturbed. It continues and says, keep going. And you restart that disturbed moment because of a connection to what has been described as unreal. made up. But in fact, that part of life that we call spiritual is the real life. But what we call spiritual is not actually spiritual. Following your spirit, having the time of your life, jumping in the air, that's spiritual. A little bit of mischief, a game with the kid, with the child. That's the reality. And that's spiritual. You watch as a young child plays a game and they're totally involved, playing their game, changing the rules until they see you looking at them. They stop and attempt to meet your world. And they will meet your world if you demand it. But if you just smile, they continue with their game and you're gone out of their reality, out of their life, until they need it again. That's how we operate every day. But we don't demand anything. We don't create anything unless we need to. We simply turn up. As if you're turning up to be selected in a team. You just turn up, stand around with everyone and see what happens. And as soon as you're selected, you find yourself saying, I knew that would happen. Because you've created that whole procedure, whole process as part of your future. And you turn up and you know what the result's going to be before you start. It's like turning up to a presentation of your positions in class. You know what position you got. You know what the outcome's going to be and what's going to be said. You still turn up and you still play the game. Because of nothing. That's the flow that you're in. So as we head off into the outer reaches of the universe, we select the flow we're in. We test it and we try it again. And if it doesn't work, we change it. And we're getting closer and closer to where all realities come together. Where if you say, it's only me, you're including everything that you can possibly imagine. All the so-called characteristics of your physical life disappear because the painted picture is finished. The exercise of presenting a different color or a different attribute is over. You're now presenting the final product. a product that you're proud of, but the pride never ever comes into your realization. Just the celebration, the little bit of mischief, the fun, the smile, the ability to spread good cheer throughout the universe comes as part of your finished product. And that finished product always looks different, just like a painting, depending on the light shining on it, depending on the light that it's putting out. So you present yourself to you. And like looking in the mirror, you move things around. You say, that's better. But then you disturb the moment, go and join your creator, make sure your connection's perfect, head off into the future, gather some more mysteries, put them in a nice package, wrapped with a bow and lots of sparkle. Then out of thin air, you pull the bow and watch it all explode into the universe as a future that's alive. Then you say with a smile on your face, go and follow that. Find out where it's going. Get in front. Lead from the future. And congratulate everybody for keeping up and passing you. You lead the way until they lead. Then you jump back in front and lead from the future again. But you never ask anybody to follow. You simply lead. And the joy that we present to everyone is 10,000 times the joy we're feeling ourselves. It sparkles. It switches on everybody's engine. It allows all the fields to interact without running into one another. And the movement and the music amplifies the movement and the music in everything around it. And so we have a built-up resonance with harmonics, overtones, and lots of other integrated reactions that don't come from this world. We have the forward movement, of course the reverse movement, the future, the past, the history, and the history of the future. And that is the gift of today. The history of the future is yours to play with, to develop, to bring to life, and to bring life itself into the physical world as you develop new ways, produce new thrilling futures and bring the history of the future into now. Stepping beyond technology to produce technology, to transfer physical matter from other planets to your physical plane, to bring reality to a point of magic and miracles. And so it's easy to just bring to life those active energies and train them to do whatever you wish. And bring a world of mystical excitement back to the forefront of physical life, where the history of the past looks like the future, but with technology beyond belief. It sounds like a daydream. It feels like a daydream, but it's a parallel world that you've just discovered. Play with it, enjoy it. Find new things, create new things. And in the rest of the moments that you have, deliver to everyone a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you all for listening. I am Robert.